Why are we so awful at communicating? Because we just don't listen to each other. It's crazy how little we actually listen to people that are talking to us. Hey, I'm G, and this is the G-Spot. Hey, and welcome to Friday's vlog. I actually recorded a vlog on Thursday, yesterday, but I did not post it because it was kind of a mess. I tried to make a point on something. I babbled on for quite a while, and I never made a point, and I didn't feel like I could really put anybody through all that nonsense with no point, so I didn't post it. I'm having a little trouble deciding what to do with this vlog because the vlogs where I just kind of talk in front of it and move slow with fairly long pauses seem to be doing better than the ones that I edit. But yet one of them got a note, a comment on it saying that I should edit it because it would be better. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm kind of an intense guy, and I've gotten intense on the vlog before. Those don't seem to do so well. My Black Mirror entry, especially when I get really tense at the end, the audience retention really drops. Yesterday I talked about the ability for movies to communicate. Movies are an awesome communication tool. They communicate better. Really, I think movies, film, let's say it that way, is the best form of communication. It uses three things to communicate: sound, image, and words. And the thing is that it uses words the least. It truly does. Now, a poorly written script is not good. But as far as what a film is trying to communicate to an audience, the majority of that communication comes from the image and the sound. Now, I know words are sound, but we're gonna treat them differently because they are different. And so by sound, I mean sound effects, or in more commonly and more often throughout the soundtrack, music. So music and image is the main source of communication for a film. And it works really, really well. And the reason it works so well is because words are not the best form of communication. Words leave a lot of challenges in our communication. And we're poor communicators. We're horrible, horrible communicators. Whatever type of relationship you have in life, all of your relationships, professional, friend, romantic, family, the number one problem in all of those relationships is communication. Plain and simple. And the reason for this is because now words are defined in dictionaries, so we do have a universal meaning for words that we can all refer to, so it's easy for us to know what the hell we're talking about when we use words. However, different cultures, different environments use words differently. And this leaves us mixed up. So like, in other words, you may feel that a phrase or certain words or something that you say to somebody, you may be saying this in a very positive light. You may even be attempting to compliment a person, but that person might not take it that way. They may associate the words that you're using because of their past history with negativity. Words are a very definitive thing. Each word has a little spot in your mind, and each word has a whole shitload of stuff associated with it throughout your mind. And every time that word comes into your mind, your brain branches out and grabs all the things it associates with that word and it brings it into the meaning. You know, like if we could use a simple word like tree. If I say tree to you, your mind immediately goes to bark, it goes to leaves. If you know about trees, it goes to the tubes, I think xylem and phloem tubes that bring water up and down the tree, and photosynthesis and all this stuff that's associated with the tree. And it actually limits you. Words make communication challenging. And this is why film communicates so well, because it actually depends on words the least, and it depends more on the images and music. And now if we talk about music, why is music so powerful? Because music will completely change a film. I'm sure you've seen online, there's plenty of examples. I just saw one, Santa Claus with Tim Allen, where they take a soundtrack from a horror film and play it with the Santa Claus movie, and it just completely changes the movie. The movie all of a sudden becomes really, really creepy. Music can completely change your mood. So why does music reach us so powerfully where words don't? Well, as we said, words have all these preconceived notions attached to them, and so when we hear a word, we can't really see what's in front of us because all the things from our past history associated with that word are glued to our situation. So, but music it's not something we translate through our brain. I mean, if there's lyrics in music, you could stop and listen to it, but that's not how we listen to music. When we are consciously listening to a song to decide what the lyrics are about, it's a different process than just enjoying a song, like if you're dancing to it. So music isn't processed through the brain in a direct way the way words are. Music is vibration. Vibration is how everything in this world exists. Your body is just a bunch of vibrating strings. That's all it is. Your physical body is made up a bunch of strings that are all vibrating at an extremely quick rate. Music is vibration. So if you exist through vibration and music is vibration, you can start to see how music can alter how you feel. So yeah, film, it's one of the reasons I love film. It is an amazing communication tool. It will allow someone to see aspects in life that they don't see any other place because there's too many preconceived notions and things that jump up in front of them that blocks them from seeing it in real life. But when they see these things play out in a film, it's easier for them to take in. And then there is one other reason why film is such a great form of communication, and it has to do with why we are so awful at communicating. So why are we so awful at communicating? Well, one, because we use words, as we already discussed, and two, because we just don't listen to each other. It's crazy how little we actually listen to people that are talking to us. Most of the time that you're in a conversation, what is happening is the person gets a couple words out, and you immediately start thinking about, what can I say in response to this person? Well, this person is still talking to you. They are clarifying what they're trying to say. They're going on in detail, but you're in your mind thinking about, what can I say to make myself look smart? And you're not listening to them. This is a huge aspect of everybody's communication. It's crazy. We don't listen to each other. When you go into a film, you're not doing this. You're not waiting. You don't talk back to a film. You only get talked to. So this whole idea of, oh, I got to think of what I'm going to say next. I got to think of what I'm going to say next. It's gone. And so you kind of just sit back and relax and you allow communication to come in. So I guess any art form is like that. That wouldn't just be isolated to film. Well, I don't know, maybe paintings in a museum you feel like you need to say something about them. So maybe that doesn't work so well. Whereas in a movie, so actually maybe that's not true. Maybe movies actually do this. Maybe movies have a tendency to do this more than other forms of art because a lot of art that you enjoy or take in or observe, you're allowed to talk while you do it. In movies, you're specific, a lot of people do talk, but you're not supposed to talk during a movie. That's kind of interesting. I'd love any feedback on the vlogs that I've been posting. What you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to hear about, what you don't want to hear about. I don't mind criticism, I don't mind compliments, I don't mind anything. So anything that you would like to say, please just leave a comment below. Feel free to like any of our videos. There's Words from Kay, some great poetry readings. We have two short films, The Cemetery Siren Project and the P&J story, Origin, the P&J story. I'm not good with names, and if you've watched my vlogs, you know that because I leave them out a lot. And just to prove that it's not me not caring about other people or what their names are, as you just noticed, I forget the names of our own films, so I'm just not good with names. They're not important to me. And to be honest with you, it's because what I just told you about words. I try not to label a lot of things in life because labels limit what we see in life. So, but yeah, we got two great short films, Origin, the P&J story, and The Cemetery Siren Project, which is a horror romance film. We have P&J Talk, where P&J go over movies and talk about their themes and hidden meanings. And of course, you have my vlog. So please check those videos out. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on anything in the future. And we are now currently on Patreon. We're going to try to build a solid interactive community on Patreon. We want to build a community. It's part of the reason why we're on YouTube, is to build a community to talk about film, talk about our work, talk about other people's work. You could follow us on Facebook or Twitter. We always try to post about other great films, both from Hollywood and independent filmmakers, and anything that's really interesting in the industry. So yeah, head on over to Patreon, check us out there. We'd love for you to be part of that community. Facebook, Twitter. It's just fucking horrible.